good morning to you. I hope you are well and having a beautiful Wednesday. It's quite, well, it was sunny not that long ago. Look, Roxy's looking out the window and she's just there looking out into the garden. I have to say, yesterday I spent about an hour in lunchtime, like quickly raking up the leaves and getting everything done. And a couple of hours later, I went outside and it was like I done nothing. So I'm gonna have to go out and rake up leaves again quickly in lunchtime today. I just sort of want to keep on top of it because I don't like when it's like, if it's dry, it's really easy to get them up. But if it sort of rains on it, it's really hard to get it up. Right, today, sorry, my throat is like I'm losing my voice. We are going to be doing this beautiful V bracelet, and let me just bring one up. Very, very easy to design. You don't even need a PDF for this one. I'm going to show you so easy. That what I love about these beads, that they just fit together. They just fit together perfectly. And then you can do all sorts of different colorways. You can mix and match. Some of the V bracelets, I'm just sort of going to lay them down on the mat for you here and turn you down and show them, pop you over to the website, and then we're going to get started. I would think maybe about 40-45 minutes it would take you to make a bracelet, so it's quite a quick make as well. And you know, the colorways are absolutely endless. You're gonna need the V beads for this one, you're gonna need Gemduos, you're gonna need size 15 seed beads, and you're gonna need crystals. Now what we're gonna do, let me just pop these out, and I got the V beads, I got the Gemduos, and I don't know what I've done with the crystals. I'm just looking. I really wanted to do another black one for myself, because sometimes when I double up on samples like this, they kind of sort of disappear into my jewelry box upstairs. Look, Roxy, she's just sitting there looking out the window. Yeah, she's quite big now. She's 26 kilos, I think, but I need to measure her again. Good morning, Tracy. Good morning, Helen. I'm just quickly going to pop back and say, Janet, good morning. Debbie, good morning. Good morning, Annie, Lisa. Hang on, Annie, there we go. Lisa, good morning. Camille, good morning. I'm very good, thank you. Well, still up in here, we're trying to do everything, but we are getting there with decorating and moving around and settling in. Good morning, Edward, Phoenix, Creations, good morning as well. Carol, good morning. Rachel, good morning. Right, okay. Yeah, she's just sitting there. I just had to fight her for the last like 5 minutes, because I sat here sort of trying to get ready and getting my sort of little table ready here, and she kept coming under the table, and she goes right under the table, right at the back where all the cameras and all the sort of lines and everything are, and it's like, no, I don't want you there, because like you move and something is gonna get unplugged. Let me just take you down and to show you this beautiful bracelet. So I have got quite a few gone, my picture's got, never mind, and just find myself in a minute. I got quite a few color variants for you today. What I love about this pattern, that it kind of flows, the two beads, the Gemduos and the V beads, they just fit together perfectly, so we can form a really nice pattern with it. And there's nothing really much to it, to be honest. You're just gonna kind of sort of going around in circles, and you're going to be stitching the beads together as you go along. And we have done, I'm not sure if you remember, we have done, sorry, I'm just rummaging for the crystals. We have done the ginkgo bead bracelet quite some time ago. Can anybody remember how far back we did the ginkgo bead bracelet? But very similar principle to that one, how we're gonna do this one. However, with the ginkgo one, we sort of woven up and down all the way back. Then we had to turn back and come back and weave up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. So what I wanted to do with this one is kind of do it like somewhat differently, that we're gonna be working with it as units and going along, come on camera, and going along, we kind of sort of completing the bracelet all the way through. So let me just pull the website up, and then you got a couple options, and you can either go to the side and you can do, why can I not see myself? Let's just come back here, and then I'm gonna share my screen. There we go, so you can see me. So by now you know the drill, totothebeads.co.uk, you need to go. I'm gonna click on learn to make jewelry, then jewelry making. I'm gonna go into video tutorials. Do check this category out, although, because there's loads of stuff in there. I'm gonna scroll down, and we got so many lovely projects over, like hundreds and hundreds of projects there, so do check them out. Today we're doing the VEE bracelet, and we have got 11 colors. 10 10 10 11. We got 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. I am missing one color. Which color am I missing? We figure it out. Just one sec. Right, so we got the AB Quartzel green. I do love this one, and what's nice about this one, I'm just going to lift this up. So when you using the AB colors on the I just hope the camera is going to focus on it. When you're using the AB colors on the black AB ones, if you look at one side, it's totally sort of multicolor, but when you look at the other side, it's black. So I can demo with one which is sort of a two-tone, because it's the way how you pick them up. We got aqua, we got bronze, we got amethyst, we got cloud dream, which is like, I'll go demo with that one as well. This one is using the AB, and with the AB as well, you kind of have two colors. I'm gonna have to, oh yeah, there is the 11th, and that's the AB one that was on the side. Oh, this morning I need coffee. I need to sip up my coffee. You can only see the website. Can you see me? Oh, Lucy's saying I'm not going to post the link until the end, because I think that's why I cut off the other day. Facebook insensitive. Maybe that's actually, I haven't thought about that, Lucy, but that's a very good idea. So we got golden lava, we got metal silver, we got hematite blue, we got jet black, we got olive flax, and we got silver purple. I'm just gonna click into any of them, doesn't really matter, just to show you what you get. You get a bag of VEE beads, a bag of Gemduo beads, a string of 4mm premium bicones, you get size 15s, and you get a 2-loop magnetic clasp. Watch the video for the tutorial, and I'm gonna get just started with a very, very easy process how to make them. You can go along. Right, okay, let's come back to the main screen, and I'm gonna go down. There we go. So you can see me now, and you can see the table as well. Right, okay, so Christmas colors. The red one is sort of Christmassy, and this one is the green, and the gold is sort of Christmassy as well, and the silver as well, but any color could be Christmassy. So what I was showing you earlier with regards to this one is that one side, I don't know how well did the little camera picked up. So one side is the total, I was gonna try to focus on the one behind. So one side is got the AB finish, and the other side is totally black. But even this is like, this is how you pick them up, because they only code them on one side. I will show you them. So very quickly, I'm just going to show you color, name by color, what's which one is which. So we got AB Quartzel green. I hope I said that right. So that's that one. That's the one I just brought up. There we go. Are you gonna focus on me? There we go. Camera. There we go. Yeah, there we go. That's the sweet spot for the camera. That's that one. We got aqua albaster. This is white and aqua beads together. There we go. I quite like sort of, it's assembly. This one could be summery, because it's a perfect sort of, I do wear loads of whites and aquas in the summer, but it could be wintry as well, because it's like quite icy as well at the same time. Champagne bronze, which is this one. So it's bronze, champagne crystals and bronze Gemduos, and they are creamy color. VEE Beads. Now the seed beads are brand color as well, but can you see, I don't know if in your monitor or what screen you're watching it at, but on my screen it comes up like a little bit purple, but there is no purple in there. It's they are brand beads. It's funny, like sometimes when you're watching something, depending of the color scheme of your monitor or your device, you can see the color slightly differently as well. Right, copper amethyst, which is this one. I love this color. This is one of my favorite colors. Come on, this way, there we go. So this one is a beautiful color as well. I love mixing like purples with golds, or coppers with coppers as well. I think they just go so nicely together. I love this color. Next one is the Crystal Cloud Dream. So this is the AB finish VEE Beads, and then we have got the Gemduo called Cloud Dream. They like a beautiful sort of, I always say sort of in between silver and gold color. I love this color. I use it for quite a lot of things. We got the black diamond seed beads and AB crystals. Next one is the golden lava, which is the red one, with a bit of pink put in there, and goldy bronze. What I love, the Gemduos are also mixed color in there, so they like each one of them. Can you see one of them is a bit more bronzy, the other one is a bit more red? Perfect if you want to wear it with loads of different things. Gunmetal silver is the next one, and I can hear my voice is going. I hope it's not distracting too much. I love this color as well. It's actually, this one would go really nice in my stack. I had one more bracelet, but one of the bracelets I had on, it broke the other day, so I need to fix it. Next one is the jet black. Oh, I could demo with the jet black because I could really do with one of these. There we go. Next one is the olive flex, which is, again, this one goes very nicely with my top today. Did you know that most of the time, like 80% of the time, people will choose the color to bead with in a workshop environment, but the color they're wearing. So this one is a beautiful color as well. I love olives and golds together as well. And I got silver purple, and I have got one left in a mat, so I must have jumped over one. So this is silver purple. Again, purple is really nice with gold, but purple goes really nice with silver as well. I just love mixing colors. It kind of gives you a different and hematite blue. So this one is got blue Gemduos. We got hematite VEE Beads. We got blue crystals and a hint of blue seed beads. Again, it goes quite nicely together. Right, okay, let's get started. So I got two colors out here, so I can either demo, and you let me know in the chat. So we can either do this one, or we can either do the black one. Let me know. Do we want AB? Or do you want black? I got both of them out here. So which one do you want me to demo with? Do let me know in the chat. And I thread my needle and we can get started. Your light is burning and the colors, and they all look white. Okay, let me just turn the light down a little bit. I haven't got my normal setup still yet. I'm waiting for a blind to come, which is like there's a window behind me which is gonna go up there. But I ordered it like over a month ago, and they still just not. They're still sending an email that we are really sorry. There's a delay. There's a delay on there. We are really sorry. So I'm hoping I'm getting soon, because once that's done, then I can have the proper setup and the proper lights and clamp everything together. But like it takes like probably like a good morning, like more than a morning properly, to maybe a whole day to build the setup, because you have to do the cable tying and everything else and cable management. So I'm just like, but I can't do it until I get that blind, because the blind is going behind everything. I can see black better. Think black would be easier to see against the mat. Oh, that's better. That's good. Black, I think for me, black shows up better with the white. AB, please, Kimberly saying, can you mix them? Yeah, we could absolutely mix them. What we could do, white, yeah, we do that. So we could use the seed beads and the gems from the AB, and we could use the black crystals and the black VEE beads for this one, and then it's really gonna show up. And I guess if you buy 2 kits, you can mix them, because you will take one component from one kit and put it into another one. So that's actually, Angela, a very good idea. Thank you very much. Right. Okay, so Roxy won't like the blind. She won't see a drawer. No, that's not, the blind is not going. The blind is going behind me, because of the window there. A mix would be great. Okay, cool. So I am going to so in that case, because we're going to be using, we're not going to be using those. We're going to be using the VEE beads. So we're going to be using black VEE beads. We're going to be using black crystals. However, we're going to be using a lighter color. And I'm just moving this up 1 second for you. So we're going to be using a lighter color Gemduos here and a lighter color seed beads. Now, what happens in terms of what thread should we use? If you use a lighter one, let me just pop some of these seed beads out here as well. Oh, there's too many seed beads, but never mind. So if we use a lighter color thread, then what will happen is it will show up by the black beads. If you use a darker thread, it will show up by the lighter beads, I guess. So I think a good thing to do is to go something in the middle, unless if you want the thread to stand out. So I'm not gonna go for black thread, but I'm not gonna go, so if I was considering the lighter beads, I would go with something like that, which is matching it perfectly. If I was looking at just the black beads, I would probably go black and just work with the black. However, in between, what I'm gonna do, I am gonna go for a charcoal one, which is, no, that's not charcoal. That's the charcoal, which is kind of like softened from the black, but obviously much darker than my seed beads and Gemduos. But it's kind of sort of in between, so it's not gonna stand out so much either way, if that makes sense. Morning, Shelley. Right. Margaret, good morning. Elisa, what did you use for those? Could use fine line? Yes, you could use fine line. There's all sorts of different threads out there. I use Superlon. I have been using Superlon for, God, at least 15 years, a very, very long time. I really do love how it's, there's lots of colors in them, so you can kind of sort of match the colors to your beads. And like with fine line, what I find, there is not that many colors. So if I bring this up, I don't know how much you can see the thread, but can you, like whatever you do, you will see the corner of the beads. You're always going to see the thread sort of poking out. So I think when you match the thread to the color of your beads, it kind of looks a little bit more professional, and it makes it a bit more of a mystery. So you can, I'm going to zoom in, make it a bit more of mystery how it's actually made into, rather than like seeing the mechanics behind it. It's like, I love the 2-loop clasp because it sits so nicely, but I don't like to see the mechanic of it. Like this one, it's got the 2-loop clasp, but I don't want to see the mechanic of it. So I like to kind of hide the loops either behind or add some additional beads on top. Right, okay, let's get started. So the first thing we need to do with the VEE beads, now these black ones, they're only one-sided. So in all fairness, it doesn't really matter sort of which side am I picking them up. So, or which side they are facing up. One thing I like to make sure is just to double check that if both of the holes are free. Although we are not going all the way down and not coming all the way up, which would be, if the hole was blocked, it would be a little bit more annoying then, because this one we're only working with 1 unit, so we can very quickly run back and take it off if there is any problems. You might find 1 in 100 where the hole is blocked, but when you find them, it's kind of sort of quite annoying. So what I like to do is put them down into little units in front of me. Now, it's not so much important because this is one color, but let me just show you. And where did I put? Where did I put? Oh, there it is underneath it. So this one, if you choose something which has got two colors, and this one will have, let me just grab a couple of these out. So this one, because it's got two colors, I definitely would want to put this down on the mat, because I don't want to end up with one color facing up and the other color facing down. So it just sort of makes life easier. And then what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to scoop up sort of one corner. I'm just going to scoop up all three of my beads. There we go. And I'm going to take this down on my thread. I'm going to wrap the end around my finger so you can suspend it in the air there for you. Right, I'm going to pick up my size 15 seed beads, and I need 6 of them, and I'm going to come back on the other side just like that. So I went through all 3 beads, I picked up my 6 15s, and I'm going back, and I'm going to pick up another 6 15, and there's a couple of ways we will be able to get to the next unit, which I'm going to show you. 1 2 3 4 5 6, and once again I'm going to come back on whole of the unit. I do not suggest to knot the end and the beginnings together, because that can knot the knot can seep into one of your beads, and then you won't be able to go through it anymore. Now, depending on what you want to do at the end, because you can run up and down on the side of the bracelets to strengthen it, and the size 15s won't really allow you to go through 2 or 3 times, although I'm gonna go through them at this time. So I'm all the way through. What I need to do, I need to be in a position to add the next unit on. So I need to take my needle and thread through all these seed beads and through the 3 the V bead, the Gemduo and the V bead, to be in the position to be able to do my next loop, because that's what we're doing all the way down. We're doing one loop, then we're doing another loop, then we're doing another loop, so kind of like following a figure of 8 down all the way. And I just love how these beads fit together, so we can do that. So this is one way how you can turn around in your units, by going around the size 15 seed beads. However, if you have got a size 15 seed beads, which is for example galvanized, the hole on them can be much smaller, because they have got to the base bead and then they add like an additional covering on the bead as well. So here I'm going to add my next unit. So before I'm going to pick up a crystal, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go through all of the beads in this unit, and I'm going to pick up another crystal, and once more I'm going to come back through all 3 on unit 1. So I'm binding unit 2 to unit 1 if that makes sense. And I'm going to pop this down on my mat. It's a good thing to kind of sort of check it that they're sitting the right way, and all of a sudden we didn't end up with one Gemduo facing up and the other Gemduo facing to the bottom, because Gemduos do have got like a dome side to them and the other side is flat. So I want all the flat side on one side and the dome to the other side. Josie is saying, I use S-line for jewelry and file line for 3D figures. File line does give you a little bit more firm, and S-line gives you more of a fluidity as well. So they have got all sorts of different properties. Now I'm going to go through the crystal and all 3 beads to be in position to add my seed beads. And then we kind of back to step 1, what we did when we picked up the first ever unit, is picking up 6 seed beads. 1 2 3 4 5 6, coming back through, all the beads. Just turn this, there we go, hole, find the hole on them and picking up another 6. Now I'm going to show you the cheat sort of way how we can get to the unit. So if our seed beads are in fact smaller and we want to make sure, we want to come up and down the edge later on at the end to strengthen our bracelet, then we kind of don't want to go through those seed beads because we will fill them up. So what we can do is go through the V bead, go through the Gemduo and stop there. So I don't want to go through the V bead on the other side. I'm just going to stitch to the back and pull this through. So I added my seed beads. I'm going back to turn around, but I'm only going through the Gemduo, and then straight ahead from the Gemduo, I'm going to jump to the other hole and go back out. So I'm in position to add the next unit. Just make sure it doesn't get caught on anything. And you're kind of going to have a little thread path in there, but you won't be able to see it because it will be in between the two beads. So that's the other way to join on a new unit. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to pick up a crystal, I'm going to pick up a V bead, I'm going to pick up, I'm just sort of, as I'm going along, I'm checking the holes on this, and another V bead, just to make sure. Take these down, picking up another crystal, coming through the whole of the unit. Actually, these two colors mixed together looks really nice. I love how the black stands out, and that cloud dream Gemduo, that's the name of the Gemduo, cloud dream it's called. Just pull this down a bit and through both of these, and then I'm going to be adding my seed beads. So once again I'm picking up 6 seed beads, 1 2 3 4 5 6, coming back on whole of the unit. Good morning, Yolanda, nice to see you here. Oh, Roxy! Roxy! She found her bark. Bless her. I was so worried when she was smaller. She didn't bark for such a long time. And since we moved, she kind of started barking, which is like, I find it's really good. Come on, good morning, Golimoi. Good morning, Joy. And keep going backwards and forwards, and I'm just going to add a couple more units, and then I'm going to show you how to add the clasp onto this. So once again, crystal, I'm picking up a V bead from the outer, sort of going inner. I'm picking up my Gemduo and another V bead, chasing it on my mat. There we go. And another crystal, and coming through from the other side of this unit 3. John is saying good morning, Roxy. She had to put her say in it. She had to put her say in the live. Like, I'm here too, don't forget about me. She's probably saying. She's a good girl. She's a very good girl. Right, so I'm just keep doing the same thing. I either am adding the seed bead to the side, or I'm adding a new unit with the crystals. But really, that's how easy it is. And you're going to go sort of unit by unit until you have your desired length. And then coming back. And picking up seeds again. Does anybody have any questions? Is it clear so far? Or do you want me to explain and show everything again? Please let me know in the chat. Very easy pattern. I love this one. I love 2-hole, 3-hole shaped beads because there is just so much you can do with them. There is just so many patterns you can do with them. They just fit together so nicely. I love this 2-color mix, the black and the AB. And then I guess if the other side will look really nice as well, because you will have the VEE beads and the AB crystals, and the Gemduos and the seed beads will be black. So the other, if you mix the two kits together, the other colorway is going to end up looking really nice as well. And as I said, probably about 40-45 minutes to make a bracelet up, so it's quite a quick make as well, because you're working with kind of like sort of larger beads. They are growing quite quickly. So I'm picking up 6 seed beads, coming back through, picking up another 6, and going back through. There we go. I'm going to add one more unit, and then I'm going to do the loop at the end. So because we mix the two colors, I can either add an silver, gold. Roxy, come on out, love. Out, 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 out. Yeah, you can sit there, sit there, sit there. She went back under the table, and I'm just like thinking, the camera's going to go down. Something is going to cut off. All fairness, in the old office, she did have, like, once the cables are tied up and tidied away, she had a bed under my desk, and I think that's why probably she's keep going down under there, because she had a little bed there, a little pillow which she used to go and lay on. So I think that's what probably she's thinking and going for. But I need to sort the cable management out first before I let her to kind of go rogue under there, because at the moment the cables are just there. Right, okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then, where's the hole? There we go. Another 6. 1, 2, and I'm going to show you how to add the clasp on it. So we could have a black plated clasp, or sort of a silver or gold or antique silver on this one, because we're kind of mixing colors here. I think, just looking at, probably gold would be too strong. You do get a clasp with the kit, by the way. Probably gold would be too strong, but I'll grab one out just in a sec and I'll show you. That's, I guess, sometimes is the hardest, not the hardest, but it's like quite hard to decide. So let's say we have got our length of bracelet at the end, and I don't need to add any more towards this one. So sometimes when you put a color or mix the color in there which just doesn't really go, your clasp could really stand out. And this is what I mean. Let me just grab one of the gunmetal ones out. So when you look at your bracelet, let me move this into the middle. So if I had a gold one, it's gonna stand out, but it's kind of like, for me, I don't know how the camera picks it up for you, it's not exactly the right color gold, because this one, although it's a more of a champagne gold, but this one has got silver in it as well, the seed beads and the Gemduos. So if I put the black next to it, the gunmetal one, it's kind of blends in better. Although I'm gonna grab out a rhodium one. So once again, the rhodium is nice. It picks up more of a silver tone in the beads next to the black ones, but again, I don't think it's kinda the right match. So I'm gonna go with the gunmetal in this case. But always, like, it's hard because I think choosing colors is, sometimes it can be, let me just take that one away. Choosing colors, sometimes it can be hard, and sometimes you have to go with what have you got. And you just have to put that one on there. Right, Roxy moved. Good, I can move up. So what I want to do is to add this clasp on the end. Now there's a couple of options I could do. I could pick up some seed beads, perhaps a crystal, loop on the, go into the one of the loops, come back on myself, go to the other side and do exactly the same. So kind of have like a little bit of extension to the loop at the end. However, the whole of the bracelet, when you look at it, it's quite solid. The beads are quite close together. So what I like to do is to have the clasp sort of kind of tucked underneath it. It's quite thin as well. So I can have the loops tucked behind the bracelet itself. And yes, you're going to see, let me just show you one of them. Like this one, probably you can see the thread, but you will be able to see the threads behind there, but you won't because it's gonna be on your hand. So the thread will show as we're sewing it on there, but we don't need to hide this one because that will be always sort of downwards towards your hand. So as I'm coming out of that loop, I'm gonna go through a loop on the clasp, and then I'm gonna come back and go through both of the beads there and pull this up nice and tight, and then I'm gonna go through the other loop. Now when I pull this up, this is not yet, I'm just sort of gonna wiggle it to allow it to go to the middle. This is not quite yet sort of stuck on there in the middle. So what we need to do, we got the Gemduo in the middle, we need to sew that to the loops as well. So I'm gonna come back just through the V bead this time, so I can pull this up. I'm gonna go down on one loop, sort of try the holding it light so you can see it. I'm gonna come back on the other loop, pull this up nice and tight, and I can go out on the V. And once more, I'm gonna go back in. So this time, can you see like every single time I sew it on there, it just sort of come closer and closer to it. So once more, I'm gonna, as I'm coming out of the V, I'm gonna go through the loop. I'm coming back from front. And this time, I'm just gonna go through, I'm gonna wiggle my needle and I'm just gonna go through the V bead. I'm going to make sure this thread doesn't get caught on the front, so kind of sort of push it to the side and let it pull to the back. This time I'm coming out of the Gemduo. I'm going to go through a loop from front to back. There we go. And then I'm just going to come back through that V bead. So we have got it sewn the loops on there 3 times, so that gives you a really nice solid finish at the end. And as I turn around, you can see you can see the thread path a little bit, but it's not too bad. Let me just come through. Sometimes you have to wiggle it a little bit so the holes line up, but obviously the more tighter you do it, the more you're going to. There we go. And I'm going to go to the V bead as well. I'm going to go to all 3 of them at the same time. There we go. So it's really nicely and strongly sewn on there. This is not going to move at all. So now the last thing you can do, or you don't have to, you can leave your bracelet like this. However, what I like to do, and I do like to keep more of a lighter thread path here to do this one. So don't really want to pull it very strong, but what this will do, this last little thing will do, so if your tension is not exactly tight, you can end up with a little bit lopsided bracelet. So what we're going to do is we're just going to run down on one side. So I'm going to go through these seed beads, I'm going to go through the seed beads, keep going through all 6 of them. Come on, thread, behave. We haven't had a knot today. And then I'm not going to go into the V bead, but go straight through the crystal and into the next seed bead. So what I am doing, I'm sewing all the beads together on the side. and just through the seed beads, straight into the crystal, up the next lot of seed beads, and we're just creating a thread path between them. So they kind of sort of just tidies that curve up and makes it look like very even. Just by doing that, running all the way down, then you would add your clasp on the other side and then run back on the other side of the bracelet. Now when you're running down and when you're running up, you must keep a similar tension, because if your tension is tighter on one side, it's gonna pull the bracelet even more lopsided. Start saying good morning everyone, and Kitty, sorry I'm late. Oh, don't worry, you'll be able to watch it back up. Oh, Camille's saying, well, 4 to 5 minutes for you, a lot longer for us. No, believe me, Camille, it's gonna be 4 to 5 minutes for you, or maybe even less. Like if I just sat down and do it, yeah, it's a quick make, because you're working with each one of these VEE beads like a centimeter almost, so like you're working with, you only have to add on, and you know, I got an 8-inch wrist, so my one is quite big. 18, I got 18 units on there, so it's not so you only have to do it 18 times, because you're working with larger beads, it will grow very, very quickly. Right, I can't believe it's like 20 to 11, and I sort of done the demo. Now, what I need to tell you about, and I know somebody asked earlier, and I'm gonna say it, and then let me just go back if I can still see. It was a question about the 12 days of Christmas. Right, Angel, let me just pull this down so you can see it better. So we are going to be doing the 12 days of Christmas this year again. It's going to be launching on Friday. I'm sorry, just been so busy with everything. Like usually we have got a bigger build up for it, but it's coming. We're going to do the same thing what we did last year, because I got such a lot of feedback, a good feedback, and people really enjoyed it, to be able to go on Zoom and be able to be with other people. And you know, like some of us are you know, on our own throughout Christmas, and it's just really nice to not just watch something, but kind of sort of connect with people as well, and be the part of it. I'm just gonna bring in the other bracelets at the same time, the other colorways, bring in the part of something and just be together with something. And even if you just like listen to other people doing things. So what we're going to be doing, there's going to be a bundle going to be coming out, which is launching on Friday, and then with the bundle you will get access to all the Zoom classes. There's going to be 10 to 11 every morning, apart from Christmas Day and New Year's Day, for 2 weeks. So we're going to have 12 sessions on Zoom, and there we go. So with the bundle you will get access to the Zoom sessions, and we're just going to be together. We're just going to play. We're going to do loads of different things together. I'm really looking for, I loved it last year. I really, really loved it. Just to, I don't know, that's like, you know, you have to get up and you sit down and do something and you make something. And I think when you're making something, you start the day off with that. Like I find it very therapeutic and very, when I'm just can sit down and make something, for me, it just feels, I don't know, it just feels calm in a way. So when you start your day off like that you sit down and you make something, I think it's kind of radiates throughout the day as well. So it's really nice to do it. Tracy's saying I did it last year and it was brilliant. So we're doing it the same thing again. So for 2 weeks, and I'm so rubbish at dates, but I'm just gonna bring up the calendar and I can tell you the date. But I will be, Natalie's gonna be with live video on Friday, but I will do a live and I will show off the whole bundle, and as well either before or after her, and then you can have a look. And there will be a couple of weeks, I think again it will ship out at the start of December, so there will be a couple of weeks to order it, and then everybody's going to be shipped out together. Yes, the Zoom can be rewatched as well, so I'm going to do the same thing we did last year, that I will send you a link and you can rewatch the link afterwards. And if there's any PDFs, like some of them we just did little things, so didn't need the PDFs, but if there's any complete PDFs, will be uploaded there as well, and I will send you an email as well. So you will be on the loop every single day. You'll receive the Zoom link in the morning, and then join us at 10 a.m. 10 to 11 every morning. So it's going to start on the 19th of December through the 31st, and it's going to be 12 days. We're not going to be, apart from the 25th, we're not going to be here. So 19th through 31st, 12 days, 12 sessions we're going to have with the bundle. So do check it out on Friday. I'm really excited about it. I've been putting the beads together, and you know me, I've been swapping things in and out. I've been like, yeah, we're gonna need crystals, we're gonna need pearls, but like, do I do this size or do I do that size, or do I do both sides? So you will know on Friday. I will show you after you. I'm really excited about this. I love being in Zoom because I love doing the lives, but I love being on Zoom more because you kind of get the interaction, and then keep people like, you know, can talk back and ask questions. And I feel like in Zoom, like I feel like I'm more a part of it, and I just really do love it. Right, so that's it for me today. Everybody have a beautiful week. I'll be back on Friday for the launch of the 12 Days of Christmas. We are doing it again this year. I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm really looking forward to see you there, because it was such a nice mix of ladies last year, and I think I had a couple of gentlemen as well. It was just really nice to get to know new people, like, you know, to get to talk to new people and see other people, what they make, and everybody's doing something different. So that was really great. Right, everybody have a beautiful week. I'll see you on Friday. Natalie's going to see you for the live. I will see you for the launch of the 12 Days of Christmas. And then that's it for me. I'll be there. Lucy's saying absolutely. It will be really nice. It will be really, really nice to be able to be together. Right, everybody. See you soon. Bye, bye, bye.